Nobody saw anything, and most of the other hunters never even knew him. He had just started. I don't trust any of them. But those Gamorreans, they just laugh when they see me. I think they did it. It doesn't matter. There's no justice in Tatooine. I don't care what happens to them. I just need credits. I've got to think about my family, not those vicious pigs. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They are worth more than 500 credits. I don't know. How could I be sure you would come back? Are you sure you can't buy it? Please. I'm sorry, but I can't take that chance. Are you sure you can't buy it from me? Please. Will no one help? We need the credits. We have nothing.
나보다 니 윈키스막 토마 와나군 베스 징바 마룰리라 톡 징바 앙논켓 톡 닝자 구야미 주스쿠나 지트나이 이나군 마룰리라 라치군 슬리모파도나 문디 활동가 지형급이
Her mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
나보다 니 윈키스막 토마 와나군 베스 징바 마룰리라 톡 징바 앙논켓 톡 닝자 무리라 라베스 구야미 주스쿠나 지트나이 이나군 마룰리라 라치군 슬리모파도나 문디 활동가 지형급이
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
야투가 의원 김쿠나 바무리라 라치군 무자산 방파 나보다 니 윈키스막 토마 와나군 베스 징바 마룰리라 톡 징방 논켓 톡 닝자 무리라 라베스 우바바두 거지 동 농봉정 융양 동 파독스막 델야 구야미 주스쿠나 지트나이 이나군 마룰리라 라치군 슬리모파도나 문디 활동가 지형급이 나보다 니 윈키스막 토마 와나군 베스 징바 마룰리라 톡 징방 논켓 톡 닝자 무리라 라베스
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company? If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll. Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it. We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him. He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job. As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for a special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them. The Sand People are becoming a problem. It's as if their chieftain has decided, if you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. Of course. Zerka Corporation records are available at our representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. For your needs here, we maintain a fully stocked storehouse. Speak with Greta Holda about any purchases. Certainly. Please pose your questions to the representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. I suppose you're right. It's not like you can't tell the state of things just by looking around. Mining operations here have not been a success. The ore is substandard, and there's less of it than surveys indicated. With the Sand People raids on top of it all, it's no wonder this planet has been abandoned before. No one knows. There are odd energy fluctuations on this planet, but they defy analysis or explanation. But the effect is obvious. Ore taken from Tatooine is useless for construction. It degrades incredibly fast. Word is getting out about it too. We're running out of buyers. Zerka Corporation is not doing well here. The company would be foolish to stay. It will be costly, but in the end, leaving will be cheaper than staying. I imagine all the heavy equipment will be abandoned. It's not worth shipping out things like sandcrawlers. Maybe the Jawas will find a use for them when we're gone. That's a laugh. We can't ignore evidence that Anchorhead was settled more than once before, and abandoned each time. There's probably a century between each attempt, just long enough for records about why it failed to disappear. The Jawas scavenge ancient tech all the time. It's a remote world. Who knows what's here? No one knows. There are odd energy fluctuations on this planet, but the effect is up. Word is... Very well, though I do have work to get back to. I assume that by out of the ordinary you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerga Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants. If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. Farewell. Zerga Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Achua Pengti, Yun Patisa, Tichuba Jikutka Naga, Kingumwa Muliradwana. Kakincha Nawabakaon, Bagwa Shank Kontima. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune. Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Chupornibo, Kun Muliras Limo Poiwanga. Kakincha Nawabakaon. Ki mulira kun kin tong hitwama ag i chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo kun mulira slimo poiwanga chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo kun mulira slimo poiwanga tong hitwama ji human ak chiwi aita ka chong chicha Agi inko tune chuna muri ra tangit wama jikuna Baba Hassan shan no ba muri ra tilai kunka Kakincha nawabakaon Bagwa shank kontimachit Chiwa Kakincha Nawa Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha Agi Inko Tune